The NHL is horrified of this. Now I'm talking about the Ducks once again becoming a powerhouse. And I'm going to tell you exactly how they're going to do that in this edition of Ducks Digest. Hey, this is Mike Nelson. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. I want to thank the 9% of you, the ones who are watching these videos, who have already hit the sub button. But 91% of you, what's going on? Hit that subscribe button. We're the newest Anaheim Ducks YouTube channel, bringing you everyday Ducks content. Help out a fellow Ducks fan since 2003. And hit that subscribe button. We're going to be having a great season here on the channel. Can't wait for Ducks hockey. I mean, it has been a long off season. Didn't make the playoffs. And, you know, we have the rookie face-off next week. Going to have some games, of course, at Anaheim Ice. And then, you know, it's going to be from there, you know, preseason hockey. Sunday the 21st, the first preseason game. So definitely going to be excited to watch all of those games. And then, of course, the regular season in October. But we have to talk about, you know, the Ducks goaltender, Lukas Dostal, who, as we know, is an emerging NHL perennial goaltender that's going to be perennial all-star goaltender that's going to be super important for the Ducks when they return to being, once again, a powerhouse and return to being a contender. Without a good goaltender, it is basically impossible to win a Stanley Cup. It's impossible to go deep in the playoffs. You might make the playoffs with a average to bad goaltender. Even, you know, in today's NHL, that's very hard. But you might make the playoffs, but, you know, you're not going to get further than that. We see it every single year in the Stanley Cup playoffs. Goaltending is like super important, to say the least. And, you know, look at the Florida Panthers. They got Sergei Bobrovsky, one of the greatest goaltenders in NHL history, and look at what they've done the last 2 years. So, yeah, we have to talk about Lukas Dostal. And there's a pretty interesting article that was published on the Hockey News talking about the odds of Dostal winning the Vezina Trophy. As we know, the Vezina Trophy going to the best goaltender in the NHL. Wouldn't that be crazy to see someday Lukas win the Vezina Trophy? It would be absolutely crazy, right? I mean, it would be awesome for the Ducks if we had a Vezina winning trophy goaltender on our team. And, you know, this guy is very talented. I mean, I remember seeing him for the first time ever with the Czech Republic in the World Juniors, and you knew right away that this guy was going to be something special, right? I mean, I think, I try to watch the World Juniors every single year when it's on. This year it's going to be in Minnesota. Super excited for that. Maybe I'll even go to one. I mean, I've never been to the World Juniors. It's a tournament I definitely want to check out. It's hockey heaven, right? During the holidays, you get to watch international hockey. And yeah, Lukas Dostal, going back to my point, I got a chance to see him play, of course, on TV for the Czech Republic at the World Juniors, and he was great. You could see right away that he had a lot of potential to someday be an NHL star, be an NHL goaltender, and that's exactly what ended up happening. Dostal went through the process, you know, drafted, got to AAA, did great with the goals, and, you know, last season kind of had his breakout year in the NHL. So this guy is the real deal, right? Big things are expected from the Ducks in a pivotal season for the franchise. Yeah, that is an understatement. This is a pivotal season for the Ducks. I mean, I know some people are trying to downplay the upcoming season, saying the Ducks are still in a rebuild, that things are not back to normal yet. The Ducks don't have a chance of making the playoffs. The Ducks only have 5 national TV games, basically getting no love from the national media, basically signifying that nobody believes in this Ducks team. I mean, it's that simple. If you talk to hockey fans around the NHL, you talk to hockey fans around the world, they don't believe in this Ducks team. The only people who believe in the Ducks are us, Ducks fans. That's it. Nobody believes in us. Nobody thinks the Ducks are going to make any difference this year. They don't believe in the acquisitions. They don't believe in, you know, Joe Quenneville, I guess. And they definitely don't believe in Pat Verbeek, which, of course, we don't know if Verbeek is the right guy for the job yet, because this is a big season for him, right? I mean, he might not be the right guy, and we're going to have to make that change. But this is a pivotal year for the Ducks. I mean, like I said, you cannot downplay the importance of this season. I don't care who you are. I don't buy the fact that there's some people saying the Ducks are still in this rebuild, that the next year means nothing, that it's a throwaway year still. It's not. The Ducks have a lot to prove next season. So there's a lot of new stuff, right? A new elite coaching staff, Joel Quenneville. Obviously, the goal is to make the playoffs. And the 25-year-old Czech Olympic goaltender Lukas Dostal is the guy. He is the number one goaltender for the Ducks. John Gibson's gone. The 1A, 1B thing is out the door. Peter Mrazek is not a 1B. He is a number 2. So Lukas is the number 1 guy. Barring injury, he is the number 1 guy. He's going to play the majority of these games. And this is his year to prove what he really is. What is Lukas Dostal, right? I mean, I think he's a star. I think last year was his coming out party. He was great for the Ducks. He kind of, Dostal and Gibson really helped the Ducks not be one of the worst teams in the NHL. They had great save percentage. The goal saved was above expected. Dostal led the way in Anaheim, starting a career-high 49 games and appearing in 54 with the 23-23-7 record. Think about that. 500 record on a not a very good hockey team last year. So that's pretty solid. I mean, I remember watching the games last year, and Dostal was clearly better than Gibson, in my opinion. Sure, Gibson had some good moments, but the injuries plagued him, and he was not really that good later. Dostal, for me, was the better goaltender of the two, and he got his 5-year contract, carrying a $6.5 million cap hit, so he got his money. This guy has paid up, and he's getting paid what he deserves, right? I think he's the 10th highest paid goaltender in the NHL, and I think he's, up there and in the top 10 for goaltenders. Yeah, sure, maybe the 9th or 10th best goalie in the NHL. I mean, he has to be right now, Lukas Dostal. I know some people will say you're crazy, Mike, but no, I think Dostal is one of the best goaltenders in the NHL. Sure, he's not in the top 5. I mean, I'm not saying he's in the top 5 of the NHL, but he is in the top 10, right? He has to be. He is in the top 10 in goaltenders in the NHL right now, and that's why the Ducks were not as bad as they were in terms of the record, in terms of the points earned last season, because of the goaltending from Lukas Dostal and John Gibson, but mainly Lukas Dostal, who, like I said, had a 500 record. He was solid last year, and kept the Ducks from being basically a lottery team like our hated rival, the San Jose Sharks, who absolutely suck. But anyway, that's another point. Lukas Dostal's odds to win the Vezina Trophy came in at plus 3,500, plus 335,000. I should say 3,500. Tying him, I'm not a sports bettor, so I don't know how to read the sports odds, but plus 3,500, tying him for 14th in NHL with Jeremy Swayman. To no surprise, the heavy favorites to win the 2026 Vezina are Connor Hellebuyck, Igor Shesterkin, and Andrei Vasilevsky. Although, come on, Sergei Bobrovsky got to be up there as well. But yeah, Connor Hellebuyck, the guy doesn't come through in the playoffs, so I don't buy too much into that guy. But the Ducks need Dostal to be super big, and he's got to be big next year, right? Dostal's got to be one of the best goaltenders in the NHL if they want to have a chance of making the playoffs. It's that simple. He's got to be one of the best in the NHL. As always, make sure to subscribe, and let's go Ducks. Woo!